In the World War II era of victory gardens and saving kitchen grease and donating scrap metal for munitions, the frugal slogan, "Use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without," became a nationwide mantra.
Oh, how that one has gone out the window today. Instead of using things up, we buy multiples in every color, style, model, and flavor.
Instead of wearing things out, we throw them out, or they collect dust in our closet.
Instead of making do, we make a fuss about how rough we have it.
Instead of doing without, our credit cards are maxing out.
Our frugal forebears would be appalled by our wastefulness.
So, getting back to our roots by learning to use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without will challenge our current frugal or not so frugal habits. While we won't all go to the same extremes to save a buck, learning to work with what we have and not be wasteful can help us all be more frugal.
We're Stephanie and Mike from sixfiguresunder.com, where we teach families to live frugally so they can pay off debt and reach their financial goals. We're on day 17 of the Frugal Fresh Start Challenge. If you're just joining us today, you can find links for the entire playlist or to download the free workbook down in the description.
We're going to take a look at what we can learn from this frugal mantra and how we can apply it to our current situation and upcoming purchases. So let's start with use it up. Our kids are always amazed at how we can always squeeze one more blob of toothpaste out of the tube. Or how we can leave the near empty bottle of shampoo upside down and get another day of hair washing out of it. Or with the help of a rubber scraper you can get another sandwich worth of peanut butter out of what looks like an empty jar. Does anyone else's family avoid the last 2 slices of bread in the loaf and let them just go to waste? Whether it's food, toiletries, or some other limited resource, we probably all have room for improvement when it comes to using it up.
What can we do to be better at using it up? Maybe it means keeping the fridge more organized so produce and leftovers aren't wasted. Maybe it means taking an extra effort to teach kids not to get their eyes bigger than their bellies.
You can freeze leftover vegetable scraps for stew or vegetable stock, and you can pressure cook chicken or turkey bones to make great broth. Getting in a better habit of using it up will help us save money and help us raise a less wasteful next generation.
My grandma is a frugal role model for me. Not only does she make use of everything as it was originally intended, she is a champion of reusing and repurposing things. While I spoil myself with nice food storage containers that I love, my grandma keeps reusing Cool Whip containers, pickle jars, butter tubs, you name it. She saves the string, twisty ties, and rubber bands from packages. If foil is still clean, it can be reused again.
Wear it out. Our generation is pretty bad at this one. How often do we replace things because they're worn out versus just because we want a new one or a different one?
On their 50th wedding anniversary, my grandparents posed for a picture with the refrigerator still working that they purchased when they first got married. My grandparents are both gone now, but that fridge is still going strong. It's pretty safe to say that none of the fridges that we're using today will be around in 50 years.
With most current appliances and electronics being built for a shorter expected lifespan, it shouldn't be too hard to wear it out. On the one hand, many manufacturers just don't make them like they used to. On the other hand, how often do we replace something because we lack the self-control to hold on to just fine when there's a new model or an update rolling out?
When it comes to clothes, my in-laws are the epitome of wearing it out. When the clothes start to show significant wear, they are designated as clothes for working in the garden or other dirty tasks until they're completely demolished. It's understandable that not everyone, including me, wants to wear all of their clothes for decades until they're absolutely threadbare. There are lots of frugal alternatives for clothes, from passing them on to a friend, donating them to a thrift store, selling them online or in a consignment shop.
Next, make it do. Need is a very relative term. Almost every time we, myself included, say that we need something, we would probably be just fine without it. Sometimes we just might have to be a little more creative when it comes to a workaround. Not only does making it do build our character, we're also saving money and getting ourselves closer to our financial goal.
My grandma's antique fridge that's still keeping food cold after 50 plus years lost its handle a decade or 2 ago, but that wasn't a reason to get rid of a perfectly functional fridge. With a skilled hand and a screwdriver, the door pries open just fine.
Just to be clear, we're not saying that you never buy anything new or new to you. What we are saying is that too often we don't exercise any restraint or creativity when we need something. Next time you need something, try to think of how you can make do with what you already have.
Do without. Even considering all the things we cut out at the beginning of the Frugal Fresh Start Challenge, we really don't do without the way our grandparents had to, or the way most of the world still does. We're pretty spoiled. Considering that you're watching this on some electronic device, probably in your own home, vehicle, or workplace, it's probably safe to include you among the spoiled.
I know it kind of goes against our society's consumption habits and philosophy, but it's okay to do without. Give yourself permission to be content with what you have. Don't worry about keeping up with the Joneses. Going without can be good for us and good for our kids. Focusing on our blessings and considering all we do have makes going without easier. Are there some luxuries that you normally buy or were planning to buy that you could do without?
Use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without. We don't have to live like it's 1929, but I think we can learn from those who did and up our frugal game.
For your Day 17 challenge, give a second thought to upcoming purchases that are on your to-buy list. Think about how you're managing without that right now. How can you use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without? Could you make it do or do without until you reach the goal you set? Could you hold off and make that purchase part of your celebration for reaching a milestone?
Okay, that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow.